It will not. What? Oh, it will not. Okay, I will not. The blade, right, okay, it will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing. I'm an artist. That's not a waste of time. Although if I had it to do over again, I would have been a doctor. Doggone it. Or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely. But the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect. And if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday, the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words, no amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to... I think wall of light there, he's talking about flat-screen TVs. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Probably. Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I've been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement. Might be in order. Yeah. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Yes. Hiram Burroughs, the Royal Spy Master. Rumors and sightings. Daoud will be angry with you. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Lawrence, Daoud will be angry with you. What is this from here? Excerpt from an overseer's covert field report. For over a year now, I have lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracular order, I guess. Yeah, oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse. And the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. Oh, I know who's writing this. A cat. Yeah. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. Sometimes I cough up furballs, and I try to bury my poo. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street gang and hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood. It's true. But I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who are not fit to live, executing them justly, and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues, without taking the lives of the innocent. Well, that's good. He's a good killer. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Daoud in order to get close to him. So I can murder him! Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Daoud. It is said that his mother was a witch. A witch! Burn her, she's a witch! She turned me into a newt! From one of the archipelagos. Well, it can be said either way. Archipelago. It's all up to you, really. Off the Pandician coast. Taken captive by pirates, venturing far from the Isles. The dread pirate Roberts. According to the legend, I think they mean according to the legend, but, whatever. By the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Daoud still a shadow in her belly. Yikes. Oh, I see. She didn't eat Daoud. That was her kid. I forgot. Let's see here. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy. Moving along the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through the wheat. That's kind of a run-on sentence right there. Then a period of silence followed. Years, we now believe, he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult, in the great halls of learning, and in hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Daoud is even... I'm pretty sure it's Daoud, right? Or Daoud? Daoud, I don't know. Is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. And for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while, he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful. He killed entire cities full of people because they looked at him. But all of them reported something strange. Well, yeah, this guy that goes around killing everybody, that's kind of strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. Gone like a fart in the wind. What do you say, Miss Fuzzy Britches? He appeared and vanished like smoke. Okay, from a nearby rooftop, he gestured. Wait, hang on, I lost my place. He gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Okay. I probably flipped her off. Didn't say what kind of gesture. She was shocked. She just fell right off. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Daoud has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to luring their minds and enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Daoud was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit, as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, but not before eating some cheese, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt Daoud is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. But the shadow knows. This is my solemn oath, and the great purpose of my life. Until Daoud is a dead... That's what it says. Until Daoud is a dead, and his corruption has been purged from the world. I love that. I've got to read it again. Until Daoud is a dead, and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Daoud breathes no more. Excellent. Let's go over here. Got this thing, mystical whale artifact, or, as I just about said, mystical male artifact. Tongue twisters. Gotta love it. Warning your turds. New bone charm. Okay, Journal of Granny Rags. Oh, I remember Granny Rags. She's terrifying, isn't she, as I recall? Excerpt from the Ramblings of a Street Denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All of the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was dropped in a blanket. Ew. And laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street, where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Chestnuts roasting over an open fire. Don't forget about the bedroom, either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Ho, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera more, everyone would say. Your house is as grand